Alrighty, what is going on, Swoopers? Welcome back to a special episode of Swoop Luke. In this episode, I'll be having a chat to captain of our Collingwood wheelchair team, Ben Jankovski. How you going, mate? Season starts on Sunday. You must be absolutely excited.
Yeah, really excited, mate. Thank you so much for having me on. It's a pleasure. It's been a while since we played last. The boys and girls in our group are really excited to get going.
So the season starts on Sunday. It's obviously been going on for quite some time. What's the lead up like? What does your preseason sort of look like in the lead up to opening round?
So our league started in 2018. It was the 5 clubs: Collingwood, Richmond, St Kilda, Essendon, and Hawthorn.
Yep.
And throughout the years, we've continued to develop in terms of the sport in a professional side and a community side, and now branching out to an Auskick side as well. Yeah, so I joined the team in 2020, and throughout 2020 and 2021 was sort of a little bit of interrupted years, obviously due to the situation that we were in at the time. We were able to win the flag in 2021, and it's been a great journey so far. Last year we fell just short in the prelim against the Bombers, which is pretty fitting that we're playing them this weekend, which is exciting. In terms of pre-season, we finished about October last year. And it's just really about putting the responsibility on the team to keep their fitness up throughout the rest of the year. We did have a nationals competitions late in November, which was great.
Mm-hmm.
We had about, I think, 6 or 7 participants in our team represent Victoria and a few other states as well, which was fantastic. By about February, March, we sort of got stuck into training and got going. A lot of pushing, footy's down early in the year, just all about getting the kilometres back in the arms pretty much. So, we're ready to go at this stage.
So you mentioned the 2021 Premiership, and that we know that was a very, very special sort of premiership, not only for the club, but for the team as well. Can you talk us through a little bit about that and everything around it?
Yeah, so that was 2021 was a really tough season for us. Our captain at the time, Brendan Stroud, he's the founder of our team and of the sport, really. He was battling with cancer throughout that year, unfortunately, and passed away the night before the grand final. So when I got the message that he passed on the night before, and a lot of thoughts creep in your mind. How are we going to get up for this game? Is it even going to happen? And once we met as a group in the morning of the grand final, we just sort of said we've only got 2 choices that we can make. We can either play this out, do what we can, do it for Brendan, or not play at all. And we decided that Brendan would have wanted us to play and wanted us to win. And thankfully we were able to do it on the day for him and for our great club as well. Yeah,
and I do remember watching that via stream and stuff, and it was a good win. And like you said, it was just such a special it's just such a special win, and it would have meant to his family and so much. And then like you said, 2022, we just fell short to the Bombers, versed them again at the start. So it's 5 clubs, 14 rounds, and then finals. So how do you feel going into this season? Like Premiership 2 years ago, fell short last year, really close, and now started the brand new season.
We're really excited. We've tuned in where we needed to tune. We've actually picked up a forward from Essendon last year. His name's Anthony Perito. He's one of their dangerous goal sneaks. So he'll help me in the forward line this year. So just sort of tuning where we need to tune. Obviously, we did fall just short last year, but we're very confident in our abilities, and our team hasn't changed all that much. So the standard is still there. It's just rather playing consistent each week, getting to training, putting the work in. We've got a lot of support. We're very lucky to have the support from the Robert Rose Foundation, TAC, Coles, and Nike as well. So we couldn't do it without them. We're very lucky and we're ready to go.
And look, you've mentioned all those, big sponsors, and it started in 2018. It's becoming, such a big thing and such an important thing, for the community as well. And, Collingwood have got the, not only the women's and the men's team as well, but they've also got the community rec link team, the wheelchair team. And like you mentioned, it's more than just the sport; it's the community as well. Can you just touch on what this kind of means to you and the wider community?
growing up, playing football as a junior, I played football for South Morang before I had my accident in 2017, and having football in your community is so important. It's what drives me to want to be an athlete and to want to be healthy and have fun. Coming into this club and see the faces and the results of these amazing programs that we run here at Collingwood, it's really rewarding, and it really makes you feel like you're doing something special and you're not just working for the sake of working. You're actually making a difference and giving people a purpose. So yeah, we couldn't be happier with how things are going. There's still a lot more we need to accomplish. Absolutely, but we're on the right track from what I believe.
That's amazing. And look, you said that there's still, a lot of things, for the future and things you need to accomplish. At the moment, there's 5 clubs. Do you see this league and what it means to everyone just sort of get bigger and every sort of, is that the ultimate goal? Every club has a wheelchair club representation?
Absolutely, yeah. Like I said before, we've got the 5 teams in Victoria, and there's another 5 teams in Victoria that could jump on board. We've also started the AFL have also started a new Auskick program as well to get younger kids into the sport, help them with their experience and give them a go as well. So we're hoping in a few years' time we can see some more clubs join up, and let's make this sport as big as we can. Everyone loves footy, so let's get everyone involved. The sky's the limit for this sport, and we can't wait to see what happens in the future.
No, exactly right. And we've seen Collingwood produce some content sometimes where I think I saw Mason Cox in a wheelchair trying to play and stuff like that. Can you, for people who are new to the sport and new to just new to the sport in general, how it works, sort of the basic rundown of the rules and stuff like that?
No worries. So we play wheelchair football on a basketball court. We use netball zones. So forwards can't go into the back line. Defenders can't go into the forward line, and the centre can go everywhere on the court. We play with 2 forwards, 2 defenders, and a centre or a ruckman. Only the forwards can score. So that means that the defenders in the centre really have to work hard to free up those forwards. There's a lot of the time, I can speak for myself as a forward. A lot of the time I'm having two players, one at the front, one at the back, try and pin me down. So there is a lot of teamwork involved. So it is 5-on-5 on the court. And another thing that people don't understand is people who are able-bodied and people with disabilities can play the sport together. So what there is it's called a classification process. So what they do is when you sign up for a team and you start trying out, you get classified based on your ability. You get categorized from a 0 to a 5. So for me, example, I'm a 1-pointer due to my physical disability. I've got paraplegia from my chest down. So I'm very limited in my core function and back function. Whereas we have another guy named Arnie in our team, who's an amputee, who's missing about half his leg. He's a 4-pointer. So what you need to do is in the senior competition and the community competition, you need to classify 16 points between 5 players on your team. So there's a lot of matchups and a lot of strategy that comes with picking players to match other players on the court. If you were to put three 1-pointers, then you've got that amount of points left between the next 2. So it's all about managing the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1-pointers in your whole list and working out who you want where. That's pretty much the basic gist of it. To dispose the ball, we handball it instead of kicking it. 3 meters, you take a mark. Person has to stand, or I believe the umpire just says stay or sit. Then forwards need to handball the ball through the goals, same point system like footy. Goal through the post and a point through the point posts. To dispose the ball, we throw the ball underarm. As long as it's below your weight, below your shoulder height, that counts as a disposal. So that's pretty much the gist of it. We play 4 10-minute quarters, which is plenty of time. We've seen in previous results, scorelines can change very quickly. A lot of high-scoring games as well between big games as well. So that's pretty much the basics of it. Until all of our fans and members to come on down and have a look online also to look at our great game.
No, definitely, and I'll put some videos and stuff while we're having a chat and stuff like that. But man, like I said, I've watched a couple of games and stuff. Haven't been down to one. I do definitely want to get down this season because I just love what you guys are doing, and I just love the the community aspect of it and stuff. But geez, man, it looks absolutely intense. Like it looks so hard. Just to you guys are just athletes in your own right. It's just crazy. Like I wouldn't be able to do what you guys are doing. It's just it must take you. It must take away like so much energy just to do what you're doing.
Yeah, it is. It does require a lot of effort, a lot of training, a lot of hard work, mentally and physically. And just like being in any team, when you've got teammates around you to push you, and you've got the support from our amazing sponsors at our club, there's nothing more that you can want. That's all the motivation we need. We love the sport of the game. Footy's been my life. Footy is everyone's life in this competition. Yep. And we're just so lucky to have this adaptation of our amazing game brought to us in an accessible way.
Yeah, no, and that's exactly what it's all about at the end of the day. Look, man, tell us your predictions for the rest of the season. How do you think we're going to fare? And where else do you see us going?
Every team's going to say, we've had a great preseason, we're looking good. But look, to be honest, we have had a really strong preseason, and I am very, very confident that we can go all the way this year. Both teams, the community team and the senior team. Richmond are the team to beat. They won both trophies last year. So we've got a lot of great respect for every team. But I think on our day, when we play our best footy, it really stacks up. So, yeah, I guess you could say the double premiership this year is what we're aiming for. As long as we're putting in the hard work and, of course, having fun as well, that's all that counts.
No, 100%. Look, I'm going to be posting throughout the season, fans and stuff. I'm going to be posting results, highlights and stuff all over my Instagram page. Ben, where can we find you? Everything, I know everything should be streaming on through the club as well, right? The club website will be streaming the matches.
So the club won't be streaming the matches. They'll be streamed on KO this weekend.
Okay.
On KO
Amazing. Yep.
So I think not every single week, but majority of our highlighted rounds, I think 3 or 4 rounds will be live streamed on KO. Also, the final series will be too. You'll find everything there on our Collingwood website. We've got our wheelchair link there with all of our news and updates ready for our amazing fans to come and have a look.
Not too easy, man. Ben, thank you so much for having a quick chat before the season starts. I really do appreciate it. Guys, follow Ben on Instagram. I'll put all the links down below. Good luck for the rest of the season. I'll be following you. I'm sure everyone else will be following you. Bring those double trophies home, man. We need them.
That's it, mate. Thanks, Luke. Appreciate it, buddy. Go Pies.
Thanks, man. Go Pies.